Hi, everyone. So, this is my first time doing a live with you guys in a while. The first time I've done a live was kind of a get to know me live, but I want to be a little bit more interactive and more consistent with communicating with you guys, getting to know my YouTube fam. So, I wanted to discuss the topic today on my favorite shampoos for natural hair. So, my apologies, by the way. I had the date for this live for June 18th, not realizing what day it was. I blame COVID. I think we all kind of have been jumbling our days together. So I can't even remember what day from what. So, hi, Boo. My sister's here to support me. And anybody who's watching this on the replay, just stay tuned for some details that I'll be mentioning at the end of this live. So, I'm going to start off with the shampoos and different features that they have. So, for there's different kinds of shampoos. There's shampoo bars, and there's also, your regular shampoo, and also the feature of how it can be administered. So there's some shampoo bars that, are a pump. There's some shampoos that are with a nozzle at the top, which helps to direct the shampoo directly to your scalp, which I particularly love because it helps you to target that area and getting the buildup off of your hair. So I'm going to start with the shampoo bars first. And if you guys have any questions at all, you can leave it in the chat box and I'll make sure to check it out towards the end or in the middle whenever I have a moment to look at it. So the first shampoo I'm going to talk about is from Bask and Bloom. And you might see on my YouTube channel, I've done some tutorials using most of these brands. So you can see it in action. I do want to try and put like a montage video together of all the shampoos that I'm mentioning now into a video so you can kind of see it in action too. But anyway, so the Bask and Bloom Rossul Clay and Bentonite Clay shampoo bar. So this is how it looks. This is the box, and the shampoo bar comes inside of it. I keep the box because I keep it protected in here. I should probably get like a soap little thing, but I don't use these things as consistently, so it's okay if I store it away. So this is what the bar looks like, and it smells very tropical. And I wasn't a shampoo bar person in the beginning. Like, I never could have thought I'd use something like this. I'm so used to using shampoo in a bottle or in liquid form, but these are pretty good. And it also a little goes a long way. I feel like you can stretch shampoo bars a little bit more than you can with liquid because sometimes you squeeze out a little too much. It can get messy sometimes. But the key ingredients inside of this shampoo that I want to highlight is palm oil, olive oil, sunflower oil, avocado oil, aloe butter, castor oil, Rossul clay, bentonite clay, amla powder, and honey. So to have Rossul clay and bentonite clay in a shampoo bar is great. I really think that it's a perfect combination of clarifying and moisturizing your hair at the same time. It doesn't leave your hair feeling stripped. Your scalp feels nice and clean. It has great suds, and it really also aids in detangling your hair as well. So I really enjoy using this shampoo bar, and I'm a big person on clays. If you follow me on Instagram, you know every 4 to 6 weeks, I always do my Rossul clay, which I'll be doing a live on that too and kind of talking about different clays, why clay masks are important as well to incorporate in your hair care regimen. So that's the first shampoo. So the second shampoo is by Earthborn Organics. Earthborn Organics. It's the Shikakai shampoo bar, and it also comes in a box like this. And to show you what it looks like, this is also another square shape bar. And I love this shampoo bar because if you suffer from dandruff, from dry scalp, from itchy scalp, this is going to be an important ingredient to use. Shikakai powder is really great for dandruff and also dry scalp. So the key ingredients I want to highlight in this is olive oil, sunflower oil, avocado oil, castor oil, Shikakai powder, and kaolin clay. Again, if you suffer from a dry, itchy scalp, this is a great shampoo for you. Kaolin clay strengthens your hair and it improves the elasticity of your curls. It helps to repair damaged hair, encourages hair growth, and shikakai helps with hair loss and breakage as well. And also, these two ingredients together are great for helping with any scalp conditions that you may have. So that's for that shampoo bar. Now, the third shampoo bar that I want to highlight, don't mind, it's in a little cup. As you can see, it came in a plastic. So when I ripped it apart, I couldn't really like save it. So shoot me. So the third one is from Pardo Naturals. It's a apple cider vinegar and rice water shampoo bar. Now, rice water has been like a huge thing all over the natural hair community, people incorporating it for hair growth, hair loss. Now, it does have protein in it, rice water. So if you are protein sensitive like I am, you just want to be careful of how much you use it. So this shampoo bar, I don't use every single week. I kind of rotate it. If I want to add some, rice water or certain ingredients that certain shampoos have, then I'll grab it and use it. So with this shampoo bar, this is how it looks. It's cute. It's a little short and looks like a loaf of cake. I'm so like greedy. I'll know what it looks like. Hi, Susan. How are you? Thank you for joining. So this shampoo bar looks like a loaf of cake, but it smells really good. You can smell the peppermint oil, which is a great ingredient to have in your shampoo bar as well. So the shampoo, the key ingredients obviously are rice water, apple cider vinegar, bentonite clay, peppermint, and tea tree oil. So this shampoo bar is great if you, again, want to incorporate rice water. Rice water helps to strengthen your hair. The bentonite that's in here helps to remove buildup from your scalp and strands while enhancing your texture. I'm telling you, this shampoo bar had my curls popping. They were bouncy, they were shiny, and they felt so good. The peppermint oil and tea tree oil is good to get that blood circulation flow back into your scalp, which also aids in hair growth, which I think almost everybody wants. So this is a great shampoo bar to incorporate as well. So now we have all of our shampoo bars down. We're going to move into the next feature of shampoos that I love, which is the nozzle. So when shampooing your hair, some people like to just shampoo their scalp. Some people do it all over. I do it all over. But I like to initially focus on the scalp first. So when you focus on the scalp, that helps to make sure you're getting all the buildup off. And then whatever is left, you work the shampoo throughout the rest of your hair. So the nozzle is great, kind of directing it right into that important spot that you want to focus on, which is your scalp. Give me 1 second. Which bar do you use most? Okay, just gonna take a minor pause. As far as the shampoo bars, I mean, I haven't been grabbing them lately. I've kind of been grabbing the bottles, but if I were to choose one that I love, I really do love the Earthborn Organic Shikakai shampoo bar because it helps with my scalp relief and with my scalp issues. So I really enjoy using this shampoo bar the most, to be honest. It has great ingredients in it. Not that the other ones don't, but this, I really feel my hair feels moisturized. If you want to have moisture retention and you want your curls to really get that moisture back, then this is definitely going to be a shampoo bar to grab. Have to check. Yeah, definitely check that one out. So let's get back to the nozzle shampoos. So the first one I'm going to start with that I actually received from Influencer for complimentary. And I love this bottle so much for so many reasons. For one, look at the size of this. Okay. This will take you a long way. And again, the nozzle. So I love just the size because if you know someone like me have so much hair and I use so much product, if I'm going to invest in something, I want it to be a nice size so that it can last me. So this shampoo, like just the size itself is a grabber for me. But the key ingredients that I love in this shampoo is aloe leaf juice, glycerin, and salicylic acid. Trying to get it right. Now, what's unique about this shampoo is that it's a micellar formula. So the shampoos is a like water, like you see how liquidy it is, but it turns into a lather formula after it's activated. So that's what I love about it. It's so sudsy. It's so, if you like the bubbles and you like to feel like you're shampooing your hair, this is it. It's really refreshing to your scalp. It will not make your hair feel stripped. The glycerin is a humectant, so it draws out moisture so that from your environment, obviously, but it brings the moisture back into your hair. And the salicylic acid is a soothing ingredient, and this can also treat scalp conditions such as dandruff or seborrheic dermatitis. My mom actually suffered from this. And I really think low key I have it too. I just maybe never was diagnosed, but the itchy scalp is just always on 100 for me. So this really, really helped to soothe my scalp. It didn't feel stripped. It didn't feel dry afterwards. So I really enjoyed using this shampoo. This is definitely a bomb one. Now on to the next one. This one is really, really going to bring some moisture into your hair. This is from let me see, Curls Dynasty. This is the Cocoa Mint Moisture Rich Shampoo. Again, another nozzle feature on the shampoo, so you can directly put it into your scalp. And I don't know if you can see like the consistency. I'm sorry, my lighting's a little too bright. It looks like milk. It's so creamy and it smells so good. And I just love the way it makes my curls feel. Like the moisture, this is definitely a great moisturizing shampoo. So the key ingredients I wanted to highlight in this is it has aloe juice, avocado oil, palm oil, shea butter, cocoa butter, peppermint oil, and menthol. So the menthol is obviously going to, bring that blood circulation back. And just to mention, all of the shampoos that I am mentioning here, they're sulfate free, paraben free, they're cruelty free. So these are really good, and not stripping your hair while you're shampooing. So I saw, that you mentioned that. So they are sulfate-free shampoos. So this shampoo is packed with moisturizing ingredients, as you saw, the shea butter, the cocoa butter. The first ingredient in this shampoo is aloe juice. So that's an amazing base for a shampoo. And that it'll keep your hair hydrated throughout the week. Again, the peppermint oil and the menthol helps to encourage that circulation to your scalp. And it also, the shampoo, the fact that it has these moisturizing ingredients helps to protect your hair from breaking, from over shedding, and also preventing breakage. So, when you're shampooing your hair, sometimes if it's being stripped of the moisture, your hair is going to end up being a little bit more dry. It's going to crack. It's going to be more prone to that breakage. So you want to make sure you use a shampoo that has moisturizing ingredients in it. So now to the third nozzle feature shampoo. This one is also from Earthborn Organics. This one is Aloe Curl Cleanser. So when you're looking at this, you can tell that if you've ever seen fresh aloe and how it kind of has like a gelatin consistency, that's what's in here. Like it literally feels like the plant is going straight to my scalp. And so many people have also, I know like Naturally 85 has done like aloe pre-poo, and aloe is so, so, so good and soothing for your scalp, especially if you have any scalp conditions. So with this particular shampoo, let me pull it up. Where are you? Oh, there it goes. Okay. So the key ingredients, aloe vera juice, glycerin, and essential oils. The ingredients in the shampoo is super simple. A lot of times we read the ingredients on shampoos and we're like, what does this mean? And to be honest, I had to look up some of these ingredients to make sure I understood it. A lot of these ingredients that we can't pronounce are basically like emulsifiers, ingredients that help the product to actually bubble, to actually do something or to be activated and to bind all of the ingredients together. So with this, like I said, it's very simple to kind of understand, and that the main ingredients are very moisturizing for you. Let me just take a look at what you guys are saying so I can answer you. Okay, so that is a concern? Don't want my dry hair. Yeah, I agree. Having dry hair, and while shampooing. Like, you just don't want that. You want your hair to feel moisturized, and you want to pay attention to ingredients and pay attention to your hair. I'm going to be discussing in a video something that I did this past wash week that I probably shouldn't have done, and I can tell a difference instantly in my hair. Usually when I shampoo, I only shampoo once. I just do one round and I'm good. This past week I decided, well, why not do two shampoos? Because I had done temporary color in my hair and I wanted to make sure it all came out. And then I also just wanted to see how it would, be doing two shampoos. Yeah, no, that was not a good idea. My hair instantly felt super dry. It might work for some people. I'm not going to say two shampoos is written off, but you have to know your hair. And for me, if I really want that product buildup to come out, then I make sure I massage that shampoo. You have to make sure you can't just slap the shampoo and go like this and then go. And I shampoo my hair in sections. So I make sure that I'm getting my whole entire crown. So that's really, really important. My hair loves aloe. Oh, awesome. Okay, so stay tuned to the end. I will have a special little treat so that you can keep these things in mind. But this is Earthborn Organics. So it is a small black-owned business that I found on Instagram that actually partnered with her in the past. I do have a video on my channel if you want to check that out too, to see the actual shampoo in action. So we talked about the key ingredients in this. Again, it has amazing lather, slip. My curls felt moisturized, and aloe is always going to be your best friend. And I find even in the summer months that it's even nicer to use aloe because it's really refreshing. And then you have in the winter months or drier months, that aloe is bringing back that moisture to your hair that sometimes just escapes because of the very harsh environment or air. So we touched on the nozzle shampoos. Now we're going to move on to a pump shampoo. I only have, I think, one shampoo that has this. So this has a pump to it. This is also another favorite of mine. This is from Miele Organics, is the Rosemary Mint Strengthening Shampoo. The key ingredients is the peppermint oil, rosemary, chamomile, nettle extract, and honey. And so the chamomile, nettle extract, and honey has antioxidants and soothing properties to them, such as rosemary and henna extract that's in here too. It lathers up, it has a calming sensation from that peppermint oil, and that also aids in hair growth from that blood circulation coming back to your scalp. So you might notice most of my shampoos do kind of have that peppermint oil or tea tree oil, which is really good for scalp conditions, just to kind of soothe the scalp down, because that inflammation is just going to make things a lot worse. So this is another great shampoo that I love from the Miele Organics line. This whole entire line I actually like. So that's as far as the pump feature for shampoos. Now we're going to get into the bottles, and another moisturizing shampoo is from Moisture Love. I mean, their name says it all. It's called Gentle Embrace Hydration Shampoo. So it's gentle enough to do the clarifying, but also brings that moisture back into your hair. So the key ingredients that I wanted to highlight in this is the beet sugar extract. And so the beet sugar extract is a soothing ingredient. It aids in moisture retention, and it acts as a humectant. And so again, it's gentle enough to be a cleanser, but it also helps to soften rough or raised cuticles and hydrate your curls at the same time. Because, sometimes you'll notice your hair like it does a little all over. So it kind of helps to calm that down, soothe the cuticle down so that it can do its thing. So this is really, really great. Let me see if there's any other questions. Okay. All right. So that's another moisturizing shampoo. Now we're going to move on to a brand that I love as well. Well, you already know I love all these brands. That's why I'm mentioning them. So we have Unicurl, which is aloe mint, some more mint. Supreme Moisture Cleansing Shampoo, another moisturizing shampoo. And so the key ingredients to highlight in this is going to be, 1 second. All right, so aloe vera juice, shea butter, argan oil, and peppermint oil. So the shampoo I mean, this is immediately you're going to feel that tingle. And it's not to the point where it's like really uncomfortable, but I mean, I feel like it's a spa party on my scalp when I'm putting this in. You can feel the peppermint oil in action. Your curls feel moisturized from the aloe, shea butter, and lemon and argan oil. It literally smells like lemon pound cake. Like, I just want to smell it. It smells so good to me. I love it. It reminds me of summer. Um, it's great in removing product buildup and has conditioning ingredients in the formula so that your hair doesn't feel stripped. So again, there's a lot, most of these shampoos that I'm mentioning are very moisturizing. You're not going to have that stripped, waxy feeling. Like, I can't stand that. I mean, to a certain degree, you're going to feel your hair is going to feel clean, but you don't want to the point where your hair feels dry or stiff or it can't move. Like, I don't like that. And if for whatever reason you do end up putting either too much shampoo or your hair just doesn't feel as moisturized as you'd like, make sure you always follow up with a moisturizing deep conditioner, which we will have another series on that, of my favorite moisturizing conditioners. So now the second to last shampoo I will be featuring is by Tora Amor Collections. This is another small Black-owned business that is on Instagram. And this is the Powerhouse Shampoo. Now, the key ingredients in here is African black soap, green tea, aloe extract, white willow root, and tea tree oil. So this shampoo has very natural ingredients in it. It's definitely great for your hair. I mean, my third big chop, I learned so much about using products that have natural ingredients in it, and it has really just transformed and made my hair flourish on a whole nother level. So this is definitely a great natural shampoo. The green tea helps to fight dandruff. It promotes a healthy scalp and aids in hair growth. And the white willow root is an anti-inflammatory, so that helps to reduce hair loss. When you have that inflammation in your scalp, it tends to make your hair fall out as well. So this hair definitely left my hair shiny, bouncy, and moisturized. Another great shampoo for moisturization. And last but certainly not least, I have my favorite from Nature's Little Secret. This is the Cucumber Nourishing Shampoo. So the biggest and most important ingredients in this shampoo is cucumber juice and aloe vera juice. So she literally takes real cucumbers and juices that sucker and uses it in this shampoo. It is so amazing. And you can tell that she puts such good ingredients in this shampoo. It has a refreshing smell. It kind of reminds me of the Bath and Body Works cucumber melon, I think it was. I think, Nina, that was one of your favorite scents in Bath and Body Work. But the cucumber is nourishing for your scalp. It contains vitamin A, which helps the sebum in your scalp to feel moisturized and healthy. And the vitamin C aids in creating a protein known as collagen, which is an important part of your hair structure. So this shampoo really makes it easy for you to run through your curls and the detangling process. Now, I would not use shampoo in general as a detangler. Always make sure you detangle your hair prior to shampooing. And I kind of realized that I should have done pre-poo before I talked about shampoos, but I will do a video on pre-poos as well, because pre-poo and detangling before you shampoo is so important. You want to make sure you detangle your hair before you get in that shower. Otherwise, you are going to be so frustrated. You're going to have lumps of hair coming out. Everything's going to be tangled, and it's not going to be fun. So it's really, really important that you pre-poo before you shampoo. Yeah. So that's pretty much it as far as my shampoos, my favorite shampoos go. If you guys have any questions in regards to shampoos, how to shampoo, whatever, leave it in the chat box here so I can answer them. But I also wanted to talk to you guys about what I want to offer you. So first and foremost, if you don't follow me on Instagram and you're kind of just mainly on my YouTube channel, I recently just launched my website, naturallyla.com. And on there, I feature makeup classes and also now curl education classes. So with these curl education classes, basically we'll be working together where you can figure out a regimen that works best for you, in products that work best for you, questions that you may have about your hair, because so many people ask me questions about natural hair, but I sometimes can't get to all the messages, and there's nothing like a one-on-one experience with someone. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. I don't know what they're doing out there. but terrible timing. But anyway, yeah, there's nothing like a one-on-one experience in being able to talk to someone about your hair concerns, what you want to do. A regimen, I can tell you, is the biggest thing that has helped me to be able to have my hair flourish and grow. It really makes a huge difference. And so that curl education class, all the information is on my website, naturallyla.com. If you ever want to schedule one, you can have it on there. The pricing and everything is on the page. And so I want to offer those, opportunities for people so that they can be able to have a routine for themselves, because I always say hair care is self-care. And if you take care of your hair, you're going to feel good about yourself. That's just an automatic. I really don't know what they're doing. Like, this is bad. So I'm just going to wrap it up anyway. But thank you guys for tuning in. And I wanted to share these very favorite shampoos of mine. And as a little treat for you guys, I will have this written out into a PDF. If you want your own free PDF of these shampoos and my favorite shampoos, the breakdowns of the key ingredients and how I felt about them, I will put the link in the description of the live after I'm done here. And basically you'll sign up with your email and then you'll receive the actual PDF with all the information on there. So before I go, is there any more questions that you guys may have in regards to shampoos or natural hair in general? Let me just take a look here. Oh, which ingredient didn't you hear? I was like going and talking, and I didn't even hear what you guys said. So you guys don't be shy. If you have any questions or anything that you want to mention, you can leave it in the chat. If not, then I'll tootle. How do you rotate which shampoo to use? Okay, so the struggle of being a product junkie and you have so many shampoos, it's very difficult sometimes to know what to grab. So I literally kind of just grab what I'm feeling for. And obviously, depending on how my scalp feels, if my scalp is feeling really irritated, if I waited too long to shampoo, like sometimes I'll go like a good 2 weeks without washing my hair. And at that point, I will grab a shampoo that I know is going to be either super moisturizing or that's going to have that peppermint oil, that aloe that's going to really relax my scalp. And then I kind of just grab it from there. So it really depends on what my hair needs are. That's how I know which shampoo to grab. Did you want to say anything, Susan? I don't know if you were trying to type. The ingredient that helped the inflammation. Yes. And I think a lot of people don't. That's where research really comes in, guys. I have to tell you, having natural hair, it does not come easy. It doesn't. It's not just a 1, 2, 3, let me slap and buy whatever products, that I have. You have to do the research. You have to look into things. And that's why I wanted to also offer these curl education classes, because let's face it, sometimes it's a struggle. We're tired, or there's nothing like somebody maybe educating you or telling you about things versus you doing it yourself. So it really can make a difference. And that's why I wanted to honor that too. To my supporters. Which one do you reach for the most? I have to say, oh man. I don't know. To be honest, I feel like I equally use all of these shampoos. I can say I definitely grab for the liquid shampoos in the shampoo bar. I probably should just, venture into the shampoo bars again, but I grab the liquid ones a lot more. I have to say this is definitely the nourishing cucumber shampoo, the aloe cleanser, the cocoa mint for sure. So it just really, again, it depends on what my needs are for my hair and my scalp. I feel like I shampoo wrong. Like even if I shampoo twice, it's not enough. So I'm going to talk about this too in another. This is going to be a series. So this is going to be shampoo. Then we're going to do pre-poo, deep condition, and clays. So just to kind of touch on that really quick. Sometimes shampoo isn't really enough. To get buildup off of your hair and off of your strands, you need something that's going to get a little deeper into the cuticle. And so that's why I do raw stool clay masks every 4 to 6 weeks. The raw stool clay just really removes that buildup that's off of your strands, that makes your hair appear shiny, but it's really dry. Sometimes the products cannot seep through your hair because it's sitting just right on top. So it's really important to do clay masks as well. Again, that's discussed in curl education classes, where we kind of just break down what your needs are specific to your hair and what you think is best. So that could also be maybe a reason why after shampooing, it's just not really doing enough. And also maybe the kind of shampoo that you're using, depending on the ingredients that are in it. Hi, Talia. And thank you for that question, Latia. Hello there. Do you know what is your favorite hair product? So stay tuned for that because I will be talking about my favorite stylers. So stay tuned for that information. I'll definitely be talking about that, my favorite stylers, because this specific live is just going to be talking about shampoos, but I will be talking about stylers soon. Can't wait for your pre-food info. I use coconut oil, which helps. Okay. That's another thing, knowing what your hair does and doesn't like. I know for me, my hair does not like coconut oil because it does leave my hair dry and stripped, oddly enough. I believe in that coconut oil can have some protein in it, which can also give off that your hair is dry. So if I do use something that has coconut oil in it, it has to be a very small amount. I can't just use coconut oil straight. It really just, my hair is like, no, no, no. You want to use ingredients that are going to help aid in moisture, that are going to help aid in detangling. And we're going to talk about that with the different pre-poos that I use. I keep cutting my hair. It stopped at the same length. Any suggestions? Ooh. So as far as, I really feel like there's a point sometimes when your hair is just stunted. It doesn't want to grow. It doesn't want to do anything. And that's when you have to reevaluate, okay, what am I using? What is my hair care regimen? What am I doing with my hair? Weekly, am I making sure that I pre-poo, that I shampoo, that I deep condition? Am I introducing different herbs into my hair that can also aid in, helping my hair to just flourish? And I mean, at the end of the day, healthy hair is what you want versus length. When you have the healthy hair, the length just comes automatically. So, having a hair care regimen is probably my biggest suggestion. And that's where the curl education class, again, comes in, where we tailor a regimen that works for you, that's going to really help your hair. You have to consider, am I taking certain medications that are causing this with my hair? Is it my environment, the air, around me, pollution? Am I drinking enough water? It's so cliche, but am I drinking enough water? Am I taking certain supplements that can help with my hair? So there's so many different aspects that can contribute to it. Okay. I'm loving these questions, guys. Have you tried scalp scrubs? So I actually don't have one anymore, but I love also from Pardo Naturals, the one who I mentioned had the shampoo bar. She has a scalp exfoliant that is amazing. It has peppermint oil and tea tree in that as well. If you have any scalp conditions, also Mane Crush is really good for that. I'm going to make sure I talk about that too in the pre-poo, because the scalp exfoliant is something that you would do prior to your shampoo. So I'll make sure to make a note of that, to add that in my next live, to talk about pre-poos and scalp exfoliants that are good for your scalp too. My hair likes coconut oil as a pre-poo only. Oh, wow. Okay. So, again, and this is what's so important in our natural hair journey, guys. Everyone's hair is different. Everyone's hair responds to things differently. So you have to be open-minded when it comes to products. You have to be willing to do a lot of trial and error, because you're going to try one product, oh, it doesn't work. Try another one, oh, it doesn't work. And it's okay. It's okay. It's an investment. But, if you can find out what your hair does and doesn't like beforehand, then you can probably save a little bit more money. But again, That's where the curl education classes come from, and we can really just hone in on what can be universal for most hair textures. Again, I'm so sorry for the sound in the background. Hey, Tony. I know this is about shampoo, but I just want to acknowledge those bomb eyes. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, I have to come correct for you guys. I'm always on my Instagram with a slayed face, so I had to come slay for YouTube and show up for you guys and show out. Okay, let's see. Sometimes it can be too much manipulation as well. As far as, I just wanted to make sure what you were pertaining to. Manipulation in, like, as far as shampoos, or, but that can, oh, okay, as far as hair growth, I agree. Manipulation is a big thing. I make sure to leave my hair alone as much as possible. Yes, with hair not growing. And also another thing, we're going to be talking about this, and listen, reiteration and repetition is important, but having a satin bonnet, y'all, like, that is a big thing too. A lot of people just kind of go to sleep on their hair, or on a cotton, pillowcase, rainstorm bonnet. That's my everything. If you follow me on Instagram, on my stories, 99.9% of the time I have my bonnet on. Making sure you use a satin bonnet is important. That helps to preserve your hair, also retain moisture, so that it's not leaving your hair on the cotton is just drinking it. So keeping that in mind as well. But yeah, as far as manipulation is concerned, normally how I do my hair during the week, and also in my recent upload on my hair color, I kind of just tapped into how you can style your hair throughout the week. Sometimes some people are working, or they go to the gym, or they have a struggle where they can't, like, leave the house. They're just like, how am I going to go to work or leave the house with like twisties in my head? I get it. So what I usually do is I style my hair in a way that will also have nice results when I take it out. But then at the same time, if I want to keep my twist in and just kind of have a protective style throughout the week before I take it out, I will make sure that I flat twist throughout my hair, and I just put it back into like a little updo and make it cute and leave it at that. So I don't like to touch my hair too much. I just take it out, a couple of days later after twisting it. So try not to touch your hair as much. That's a big, big thing. Okay. I love Rainstorm Bonnet. I heard about, yes. And I have a discount code. I will make sure that I put this in. I always forget. I think my discount code's LA, right, Tony? I literally forget. But you get, I believe it's 20% off. So I'll make sure to keep all that information, in there. Yeah, I'm literally a walking ad, Tony. Like, I'm a walking ad for Rainstorm bonnets. Like, listen, and I can make that bonnet look good because I have a full beat face and a bonnet on, and we good. We good. So, okay, so 20% off if you use my code LA, ELLAE, so you can get a bonnet. I get a bonnet with a drawstring. I believe, Tony, can you still get that feature if you just request it? Because I can get headaches very easily. So I like to use a drawstring because it can be a struggle on this big head. So make sure you check her out on Instagram as well. But yeah, let me see. Sorry, I'll move this over. The face of Rainstorm for sure. Yes, you already know. A bonnet and a beat face. That's the way to do it. So is there any more questions before I go, guys? Again, those who are watching this on the replay, I will make sure to leave the link for the PDF in the description box. I'm just going to make a few fine tunes because I realized I had a typo. And I don't like to give you guys things that are not 100%. But you get a free PDF with all this information of the shampoos that I love, the key ingredients of them. So make sure that you look out for that link in the description, and you'll be able to get that PDF. So I think that's pretty much it. And again, make sure you check out my website, naturallyla.com, that has my curl education classes where you can schedule a slot with me, and we'll go from there. Hi, Olivia Fitz. How are you? Thank you for joining. Okay, so I'll stay for a little bit. If you have any questions, I was basically talking about my favorite moisturizing shampoos. And don't worry, if you missed it, this is going to be on my page for the replay. All the information is going to be on there, and make sure you watch the whole thing because there is a little helper in there for you. How many times should you clarify? Okay, so look, I ain't going nowhere. So, um, I feel like as far as clarifying is concerned, I try to use a moisturizing shampoo that can obviously get as much buildup off of my hair as possible. But as far as clarifying and really just taking off all product buildup, I do that every 4 to 6 weeks with the raw Sul clay because it's moisturizing while it's taking off the product buildup versus using something that might strip my hair of all the oils that's in it. The raw Sul clay is a little bit more gentle and also still maintains the moisture in my hair. So that's what I would say every 4 to 6 weeks. But again, we'll be talking about clays and all of that. Let me make a little note. My next live, I will discuss. One second. If you have any more questions, let me know. I'm just making a note here. So we're going to talk next time. We're going to talk about pre-poo, scalp exfoliants, and clay. Yep, so I'm gonna make sure I write that down because I pretty much have everything set and ready, but I just wanna make sure I remember so I cover everything. So this can be as educational as possible for you guys. I know it can be a struggle taking care of natural hair. It's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot of steps to it, but it's worth it in the end. Do you think the chocolate? Oh, will replace the shampoo step. Um, so here's the thing. When it comes to, because I love the chocolate Kingston curls, I will be talking about that clay. The chocolate Kingston curls, cocoa cream clay wash is great. I love it. You can definitely use it as a replacement to a shampoo, but it's important to use shampoo as well because the clay has shea butters and it has, heavy, butters and oils in it that can still, even though it's moisturizing your hair, that can also still end up turning into buildup as time goes on. So you eventually want to use shampoo or use the dry clay to mix it up to make a mask, so that you can really get that product buildup off of your hair because it's really important. I mean, these are all great products to use, but you want to rotate it, accordingly. Maybe one week you use shampoo, the next week you use the cocoa cream clay wash, then the following week or a few weeks down the line, then you do the complete product buildup removal using the raw Sul clay. Oh, thank you, Tony. I'm sweating. Just letting y'all know. I'm sweating this whole entire time. That's why I'm over here going like this because the girl's a little hot, just a little bit. Hi, LA. Teresa here. Hello, Teresa. When you say it's worth it in the end, what does that mean? What was I talking about? Because I'm saying a lot of different things. What were you pertaining to? What was I pertaining to? I don't remember, to be completely honest. Oh, maybe I was talking about it's worth it in the end, the amount of steps that you put into your hair care regimen. Maybe that's what I was talking about, because that's definitely worth it. Let's just be honest. I mean, I've been natural for a while now, and it's just not until my third big chop did I realize how much is involved in really taking care of your hair. And if any of you saw my recent upload on Instagram, just showing how my hair transformed, it just makes a complete difference when you really take care of your hair and pay attention to what it does and doesn't like. Now, Olivia, if you were talking about using the cocoa cream clay wash and then shampoo right after that, no, I wouldn't shampoo in the same day. You can use just the cocoa cream clay wash as a wash for that wash week. But I'm saying like throughout the month, make sure you shampoo. Like don't just use the clay exclusively. Do you use glycerin in the summer? So, glycerin, obviously, as we all know, is a moisture grabber. It grabs moisture into the air. And with summer, there's a lot of humidity. So if you go out into the air and your products have glycerin in it and there's humidity, your hair is going to go, which isn't a terrible thing because your hair is getting moisture in it. Your hair loves it. But I try not to use glycerin too much. It depends. I mean, I feel like shrinkage is inevitable with natural hair, but it's that glycerin is really going to draw in the moisture. I would maybe not use it as much in the summer, or maybe stay away from products that have a lot of glycerin in it. You were talking about how difficult it is to take care of natural hair, and let me add one other question. I know you got a girl. Does anyone experience knotting on the ends? Oh, that I gotta go. Oh, no. I'm here, guys. Don't feel I don't want to rush you guys. If you have questions, I'm like loving this. I just didn't get any questions before. So I'm like, I was like, I don't know if I should go or not. So no worries at all. As far as knots, single strand knots, yeah. So I don't want to veer off too much on the topic of shampoos, but just as far as single strand knots are concerned, it's inevitable for every natural girl. They're gonna have knots on their ends. It's just the way our hair is. It's coily. It's going to meet with each other, and it's going to be marrying and doing the most. So it is inevitable that it's going to happen. But you can reduce the amount of single strand knots you have by making sure that you use butters and oils on your ends for your twists, or whenever you are styling your hair, make sure you use moisture. Like moisture is going to help so that it's smooth, because if it's dry and it cracks, you're going to have those single strand knots. Making sure you do dustings, trims. That's going to be a whole nother topic too that we discuss. But just being mindful of trimming your ends, because that helps as well. Moisture and trimmings help. Okay, so trims, less manipulation, and protecting my hair at night. Yep. So everything is full circle, guys. It's full circle. You can't do one without the other. Like they literally all help each other. If you have one that's left out, something is going to get. You're going to realize that your hair is just not doing what it's supposed to. Do you think it is good to co-wash between shampoo? I'm not against co-wash. I'm not against it, but I don't think that should be your primary use of clarifying your hair, or, getting product buildup off. If, for instance, say you wash your hair every 2 weeks, but in between those 2 weeks, you want to do a quick co-wash, that's totally fine. But if you wash your hair every week, or even if you wash your hair every 2 weeks, still use shampoo in between. And also, if you want your hair to last that 2 weeks, you have to use a shampoo. If you just co-wash, it's really not going to do much. It's not, the ingredients in the co-wash is not made to remove product buildup. It doesn't have the properties for it, versus a shampoo. Because at the end of the day, your scalp is the most important thing, guys, that needs to be clean. The scalp is, your main base that needs to be clean, more than anything. And so shampoo is what's really going to do that for you. Yeah, I agree. You need to trim if you're getting those knots consistently. If you notice they're happening a lot, and not to play with your hair too much. I'm surprised I have not touched my hair this entire life, because I'm usually sitting there going like this or twirling it and messing around with it. So make sure to keep your hands out your hair as much as you can. Okay, thank you. At least I know nodding is normal. Yes, it's normal. It happens. People really should know that it's normal. It's normal. It happens, but you can reduce the amount of knots that you get by, again, making sure your ends are moisturized and trimmed. I trim my hair literally I dust my ends every time I wash my hair. So every 1 to 2 weeks, I'm dusting my ends. After I twist them, I see something scraggly, snip. To do a complete trim, like where I comb my hair out and actually trim it, that I do maybe every 6 weeks. Like I really, really keep up with my trims because I can tell a difference on how my twist outs look and all of that. So that's another thing. Yes, that was a great, great point, Nina. Wash and goes. No, no. I, again, I am not against wash and goes because certain things work for certain people. Twist outs don't work for some people. Wash and goes don't work for some people, and that's okay. You just have to know what works for you. Wash and goes for me is a no. The knots are serious. They get serious, and that's because those curls are super divine. So they're really getting into each other, and throughout the week they're just matting and getting, it could be a mess. So if you do wash and goes, be very, very careful when it comes to those knots versus single strand twists. I'm sorry. Yeah, two strand twists. I'm sorry. You can, it's more stretched. So they're not going to be, getting into each other too much. You're not going to get those knots as much. But again, making sure you moisturize your ends as you're twisting at the bottom. Gel helps coat my ends. Okay, yeah. So also products too. Gel, that's the only way I could do a wash and go if I do one is if I have that Eco Styler gel. You got to work that sucker through. You have to make sure your ends get defined and that they're smooth. It's a lot, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. I don't say this to say that it's impossible. It takes time, it takes effort. But once you get the hang of it, it's like, okay, I got this. I'm taking care of me when I'm taking care of my hair. It's important. I was telling my mom this, when she would get to wash day, she's just like, oh, it's wash day. And I'm just like, I know, Ma, I know it's a lot. But I said, why don't you look at it as a spa day? You're taking care of yourself. You are taking the time to wash your hair. You're massaging your scalp. So important when shampooing. Don't slap shampoo in your hair. Massage, get in there. Take that time and really take care of your scalp. It's important. That's really the name of the game. Clean scalp, healthy hair. So yeah, guys, I think I talked enough. Oh my God, 51 minutes already. So I'm going to leave it at this, guys. Again, I'm going to be leaving the link for the PDF with all my favorite shampoos in it, and also the key ingredients and everything that we talked about in this live, besides the questions that I answered, but that main information. So make sure you look out for that in the description box. I'll be updating that in a few minutes after this. And it'll direct you on how to get that PDF. So I thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you so much for your questions. And again, don't forget to check out naturallyla.com if you want to book a curl education class and just have more in-depth conversation about what your hair needs and creating a hair care regimen. I got you. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the next live. Make sure you keep in mind, I'll have on here when the next date will be. I probably will vacillate between tutorial live. We'll see what happens. But make sure you check it out and make sure you subscribe so that you're alerted. Okay, guys? Love y'all so much. Thank you so much again for joining. And those on the replay, thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys in my next live. Bye, guys.